Just want to start off tonight and thank you for the invite for us to come speak on this topic tonight. We're really happy to be able to offer this information virtually to everybody. So on behalf of the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, we'd like to thank you for the invite. Tonight we're going to talk about how we can be safe when we're gone on vacation. So more so just some tips that can, I guess, be reminders for when we're not at home. So we're going to start off with a security system idea. So if you don't have a security system in your home, and maybe it's a consideration you want to think about getting a security system. So when you're away from your property, whether it be you're just in the province and you're going away to your cabin or something like that, or if you happen to take obviously a trip outside of province, gives you an opportunity to be able to kind of see what's going on at your residence when you're away, just to give you a little peace of mind, to make sure that everything's still secure while you're away there. Obviously with a security system, you have the advantage that if something does happen while you're not at home, the security company can contact one of your contacts that you have placed on file with the security company, or they can contact police as well to come and make sure that your house is secure. So a security system can always be a great deterrent and a fantastic idea to help protect your home when you're not there. Another tip that would be a good idea when you're not at home would be to pause on any deliveries. So if you happen to be somebody that does a lot of shopping online and you have packages coming to your home on a regular basis, maybe that's something that you can think about if you're happen to go on vacation. Don't order anything before you're about to leave, because obviously that delivery is going to come and be left outside on your doorstep. Could be there for a period of time. Somebody comes by, unfortunately they may end up taking that item, or it's just left there and it makes your property look like that there's nobody there. So a good idea will be not to have any delivery scheduled while you're away from your residence. That could be something simple as if you have Go Fresh or something like that gets delivered weekly or something like that. So anything that you would have as a regular delivery, try to postpone and cancel that until you're back from vacation. Another good idea is have someone check on your home. Obviously, if you're not there, just once again, we'll give you some confidence there that everything is fine inside your residence while you're gone. Whether that's a family member that you have that you can trust to come over and check your home and make sure everything is fine there. If not, like we say, it could be a close friend or a neighbor that you've lived next to your whole life, or for an extended period of time that you also have a good relationship with and you trust, can come over and check on your residence while you're not there. They could go around and at least check the exterior windows and doors on the bottom floors of your residence, just to make sure nothing looks suspicious or has been tampered with, that sort of thing. So having somebody come by on a regular basis to check your residence while you're gone is certainly a fantastic idea. Setting timers when you're not there for your electronics. So you could have a timer set for your lights, whether you have some lamps out in your living room area, your television, any other electronics that you think that you could set a timer on, just to make it look like that there's somebody home, and that it doesn't give off an impression that the house is vacant. Could be a fantastic idea, just to make sure that the house is still looking lived in at the time. And this hopefully will deter somebody from looking to break into your residence while you're on vacation. Property maintenance. So while on vacation, if you have a neighbor that, once again, that you have a good relationship with, or a real good friend or family member that could come over, if it's the summertime, maybe just cut your grass if you happen to be away for an extended period of time, a couple of weeks, that sort of thing. If they could come over and maybe cut your grass. If it's the winter time, January, February months, and you happen to be away on vacation for a couple of weeks, if somebody comes over and just clears your driveway if there's any major snow, or your front steps, that sort of thing. Once again, it just gives the impression that somebody is at home or somebody is living there, and they're going to and from the residence on a regular basis. So that could be a real good idea for you to arrange somebody to do that, just so it, like I said, gives the impression that there's always somebody home. All right, so keeping tools and ladders locked away. So, in your back garden, if you have one, don't leave any tools out around, such as a hammer or crowbar, any of those sorts of tools. If you have them, don't leave them, on your back patio deck or outside of your shed if you have one. Any of those things. It just, it presents opportunity. If somebody is suspicious around your property, and those types of tools are left around, it will just give an opportunity, unfortunately, for someone maybe to break a window, to try to gain entry into your residence. So having all those tools locked away while you're on vacation or when you're not at home is certainly a good idea. Same thing with ladders. Obviously, ladders provide an opportunity if somebody's, once again, suspicious around your residence and they see a window upstairs that could be left open. They could put a ladder up to to your house or your residence and try to gain entry through one of the top floors. So, having any ladders put away would be certainly a good idea as well, if that's possible, depending on where you're living. Another good idea when you're gone on vacation is have a vehicle left in your driveway. If you do have a vehicle, if that's your mode of transportation, having one of those left in your driveway, once again, just makes the home looks like it's being lived in at that time. Obviously, if it's a situation where you normally have one or two vehicles parked in your driveway consistently, and and then there's none there for an extended period of time, once again, it just looks like the house is vacant, and you certainly don't want your house to be looking vacant while you're on vacation. We talk about exterior cameras. A lot of people now are installing exterior cameras on the exterior of your residences, and it's a good idea. It's a deterrent. If somebody is suspicious around your residence and they look up and they see a camera on the outside of your house, they're more likely to probably leave the area. They don't want their face captured on a security camera system. So exterior cameras on your residence is always another fantastic idea to try to deter anybody from acting suspicious around your property. It also gives the police an opportunity if something does happen and you provide the images to police. It gives the police an opportunity to maybe identify somebody, if they're suspicious on your property, to see who it is. So it's just another security feature that would be fantastic for you if you're on vacation from your home. You can always put up some signage there as well to help the cause. All right. So obviously, in today's age, a lot of people post a lot of things on our social media platforms, where they're going, what they're doing, who they're with, and so on, etc. So a good idea would be to try to keep your plans away from social media. As much as people like sharing pictures of where they're to on vacation, and the fun that they're having with family, friends, whoever they're traveling with, it's better not to post those on social media platforms, because once again, it just gives the impression that your home is vacant, that there's nobody home, and that's certainly not the impression that you want to give off. So if you can keep your pictures and check-ins on social media off, I think it's a good idea to try to make sure that your home is protected as much as possible when you're not there. And what I mean by checking in on social media, if somebody's going to, let's say, for example, if you happen to leave out of province, and let's just say, for example, you're down in Florida on vacation, if you're checking into a restaurant in Tampa or Miami or somewhere like that, once again, if somebody sees that on social media, they're going to say, oh, that person's on vacation. They're not home. Their house is empty. They're vacant. Or at least, give that impression. So, it's okay to, obviously speak with your family, your close friends, those sorts of things, and let them know how you're doing. But my advice would be to try to leave those things off social media when you're away from your home, especially for extended periods of time. While you're gone on vacation, also a good idea to lock up any valuables that you may own. So things that are expensive, could be jewelry, watches, those sorts of things. Could be some documents that you have that that are obviously very valuable to you. Anything that's sentimental that you wouldn't want somebody to take from you. Obviously, having all those sorts of items locked away while you're gone is a good idea. If you have access to a safe or a lockbox or any of those options, all great ideas to try to keep those things safe, so that when you come back from vacation, that you have those items are still there for you. So if you have any of those opportunities to lock those valuables or sentimental items locked away, then yeah, it's a good idea to do so. So next we talk about keeping vacation plans on the down low. So what I mean by that is, only tell close friends, family members, people at work that you have to tell kind of where you're going, how long you're going to be gone for. I know that, some people get really excited when they're going on vacation. I do as well myself. And the more people that know that you're going on vacation, once again, it's just, it just opens up opportunities sometimes. So if you could keep your plans to just really people who need to know what's going on with your vacation plans, that would be my advice on that. Like I said, your really close family members, your really close friends, or your work that you have to tell them, that you're off work because you're going on vacation, that sort of thing. That's the best thing to do when it comes to that. You don't really need to go tell every single person you see because you're really excited that you're going. And I know it's been a hard time on all of us the last couple of years with this pandemic. So I know there's a lot of people excited to travel right now. So it's just something for us to be cognizant of. Another option could be when you're gone is if you have the option to think about or consider investing in smart lighting. So what I mean by that is, obviously in the technology in today's society, if you can, control your lighting from your phone remotely, once again, it just gives another opportunity to show that your lights are coming on and off at certain times. If that's the case, if you have timers set up for your lights already, then that's fine as well. This is just another option that you could use. If somebody's coming by your property at night, it looks great when it's all lit up in certain rooms in certain areas, and different rooms and different times are coming on. It just gives the impression that if anybody's walking by, that there's probably somebody in that residence, which is exactly the impression that you want people to see, is that there's somebody inside the house. Consider your curtains and blinds. So most people sometimes when they're leaving to go on vacation, they may close all their blinds up in their house. That's, once again, if somebody's walking by looking at your house and it's it's a midday, they're going to wonder why all the blinds are closed in the front of your house or back of your house, whatever the case may be. So really, in all honesty, you probably should just leave your blinds like you normally would when you're at home. Because if every single window has all the blinds and curtains fully closed, then it's probably going to look a little bit suspicious that obviously that your property is vacant, that there's nobody there. Because if there was somebody home, you wouldn't have your blinds and your curtains closed all day long with the sun shining. So just make sure you give your house that the look that there's always somebody coming and going there. Don't leave a key outside. So, once again, some people leave a key hidden outside their residences for, maybe it's for a family member to come check on it, or a good friend or a neighbor, whatever the case may be. They hide it under a doormat, a flower pot, under a mailbox, whatever the case may be. But once again, leaving a key outside of your residence, it just, unfortunately presents an opportunity there. Obviously, if somebody is acting suspiciously around your property, there's a good chance that they may think of those same places to check for a key as well. So that's why it's it's important not to leave a key outside your residence there when you're on vacation. Only leave a key with somebody that is going to check your residence for you while you're gone. There's really no need for anybody else to have a key. So if you can, ask somebody and they agree to do it, somebody that you trust, then you know what? That's the only person really needs a house key while you're gone. So, leaving the key outside just once again presents opportunity for people that have no reason to get a key to your residence. Another tip here could be to consider a smart lock. So once again, we talk about technology. You could have a smart lock on your door, and then there's not the worry of a key anyways. Obviously, you can set temporary codes for smart locks. You can give a code to somebody who's coming to check your residence while you're gone. And then obviously you have the opportunity to always change those codes. So a smart lock could be another consideration if possible. Not necessary, but like I said, it's a consideration. So sensor lights. So on the outside of all of our residences, if we have the opportunity to have a sensor light, they are a fantastic option. Obviously, if somebody is coming by your residence and you have a sensor or motion light on the outside of your house, then that will light up, and then obviously that's going to attract attention to your residence, whether that's on the front or whether it's on the back. Obviously, if there's somebody that's acting suspiciously around your residence and really have no business or shouldn't be there, that light is going to light up, and people are going to look, wondering what a light is on in the middle of the night. And obviously, anybody who's acting suspiciously around your residence do not want bright lights on them. So if you have the opportunity, once again, to have a sensor light on your house, or if you do have one already, then obviously if you leave that on while you're on vacation, once again, it just adds that a little bit of a security feature to your residence while you're gone. Lighting is never a bad thing. You could also install some signage or stickers, on your windows of your house. If you have an alarm system, such as ADT, for example, or whatever alarm company you may be possibly with, you could have those stickers visible, so it looks like people can see, wow, there's an alarm system there. Once again, hopefully it deters somebody from looking to gain entry into your residence, and hopefully they'll leave the area. So having those stickers there or signage, hopefully once again is another deterrent, so that if there's anybody acting suspiciously around your property, they end up leaving the area. Disconnect your garage door. So sometimes, you have people go around, unfortunately, checking vehicles in different areas, and people have automatic garage door openers left in their vehicles. And unfortunately, sometimes people don't remember all the time to keep their car doors locked or whatever the case. And then it just presents opportunity for somebody to use that door opener there to gain entry into the garage. And then if it's a situation where your garage door on the inside is unlocked as well, then presents opportunity to get into your residence inside. But if not, once again, anyone who has a garage or a shed, we all know that we keep expensive, valuable things inside there. So you don't want to leave that opportunity for anybody to gain entry to those areas when you have a lot of valuables involved there. So if you can take care of that option and make sure that's taken care of before you go on vacation, once again, it just adds another a security feature for you when you're not at home. Another option could be to consider a video doorbell. So we're back on that technology train again there. Video doorbells are quite common right now. Obviously, you would receive an alert on your phone, if you have a smartphone, I should say, while you're away. Some of those have options that you're able to speak with the person, in case people use them if somebody's getting a delivery, there's family member come to your door, or a friend comes to your door, people are talking back and forth there. They're a great option there to capture a picture. Obviously, don't ever disclose that you're on vacation. If you do have a video doorbell and there's somebody outside your residence, don't let them know that you're on vacation there. You don't want anybody to know that your property is vacated at that time. So make sure you keep that to yourself. But a video doorbell, once again, is just it's a great feature that if you have the opportunity, to consider that, it is definitely helpful, and once again, another deterrent to try to help keep your property safe. Protect your home against water damage. So obviously, if it's the summertime, that sort of thing, and you're able to turn off your water, then that's good. It just protects your home while you're not there. Obviously, if it's the wintertime, you can't turn off it's not a good idea to turn off your water and your pipes freeze, that sort of thing. I know that's not an option, but even if you can turn off the water, maybe to your toilet or dishwasher, or that sort of thing, it's just a safety feature in your home. You don't want your home to get flooded while you're gone away on vacation. You want to be able to enjoy yourself and come home and find your home the same way as you left it. Another thing here you could is consider having someone stay at your house. Whether that's, once again, a close family friend or a family member, someone that you trust, that while you're gone, they'll take good care of your property. Once again, it just gives you some peace to know that there's somebody there all the time while you're away on vacation, so you can enjoy yourself. It gives the impression, obviously, people are going to see somebody coming and going from your residence while you're gone. We talked earlier about the property maintenance. Obviously, if there's someone there in the wintertime, they're going to have to keep the shovel and steps shoveled and driveway cleared, that sort of stuff. So, having someone stay at your home while you're gone, if it's an option, then that works well as well, because it just gives you a fantastic security option to have somebody there all the time and have eyes on your residence while you're not there. So if you can have somebody that you really trust in that situation, then I think it would be a great idea that to have somebody stay in your home and take care of it for you while you're gone. So, we've talked about a number of different things here. Security features that we can do while we're away. I know that probably most of you, thought about these. So maybe a lot of these things that I've mentioned are refreshers for some people. Which is fine, but once again, at least it just gives us some ideas that we can think about when we're going on vacation, a little checklist of what we can do to make sure that our home, our residence, is protected as much as possible while we're not there. I appreciate anyone that's logged on here tonight. I really appreciate your attention, and thank you so much for logging on here this evening. It's like I said, it's a real nice opportunity for us to be able to have a positive conversation and hopefully just give everybody some tips of what they can do to stay safe when they're on vacation, because going on vacation is something that you should be able to enjoy, and like I said, come home and have your residence the same way that you left it. So I'm hoping that that works out for everybody, and once again, I appreciate the invite, Julia, to have us here to talk this evening.